Welcome to this Getting Started video of Netsparker. Netsparker is a very easy to use false positive free security scanner that can automatically identify security issues and vulnerabilities such as SQL injection and cross-site scripting in your websites and web applications. In this Getting Started video, we will see how easy it is to launch an automated web application security scan with Netsparker, analyze the results, understand the vulnerability and instruct developers what they need to fix, and how to generate reports for developers and managers to boost productivity. To start a web security scan, click Start New Scan. Specify the URL and click the Start Scan button. But before launching the scan, let's have a look at what other basic options one needs to know about before launching a scan. Click on the options to configure a scan policy. The scan policy allows you to specify which type of vulnerabilities your website should be checked for. In this demonstration, we will scan for all vulnerabilities, so we will leave these settings alone. From the Authentication section, you can configure the scanner to automatically authenticate itself during a scan if the target website has a password-protected area. You can scan a website which uses form-based authentication, NTLM, basic or digest authentication, and websites which require a client certificate. In our demonstration, we will scan a website that has form-based authentication. To configure the scanner, click the Form Authentication option to launch the authentication wizard. In the first step, specify the login form URL and the URL of a page that is only accessible when logged in. In the second step of the wizard, log in to the form. While you are logging in, the scanner is recording your actions so it can automatically access the password-protected area during the security scan. In the third step of the wizard, the scanner will automatically identify a pattern that allows it to recognize a logged-in session from a logged-out session to ensure that all password-protected pages are crawled and scanned. That's all you need to do. There's not even a need to specify a logout link because the default URL exclusion list configured in Netsparker can identify the most commonly used logout links and ignore them. And even if for some reason the session is terminated, Netsparker will automatically log back in. Back at the security scan options in the wizard, from the Scope Settings tab you can also configure other options, such as the scan start path and a list of links that should be excluded from a scan. These options are only needed when running customized scans, as the rest is automated by Netsparker, such as the recognition of custom 404 error pages and URL rewrites. So we've now covered the basics and are ready to launch our web application security scan. As you've seen, the wizard is very simple and there's not much to do, simply because Netsparker does most of the automation for you. Of course, there are other options that allow you to tweak the scan in case you need to. For example, the wizard allows you to further configure how the crawler behaves or how the website is attacked. To launch the scan, click the Start Scan button. As the vulnerability scan begins, the site crawler starts identifying all the directories, files and different entry points of the web application so they can be scanned for vulnerabilities. The sitemap of all the crawled objects is populated in real time in the left window pane. Underneath the sitemap window is the dashboard where information about the progress of the scan is displayed, such as the number of requests and the scan duration time. On the right-hand side of the sitemap window is the information bar, which gives you a real-time overview of how many vulnerabilities were identified. From this section, you can also see which tests are running and which files are being attacked. During a scan, you can also change the number of simultaneous connections the scanner is sending to the web application. The list of web security vulnerabilities and security issues identified by Netsparker is at the bottom of the interface. Vulnerabilities can be sorted by type, severity, confirmation, and URL. Once vulnerabilities are detected, they are also populated in the sitemap section under the relevant vulnerable file. Therefore, from the sitemap, you can get a quick overview of which files are vulnerable. Netsparker ensures false positive free scanning by automatically exploiting detected web vulnerabilities. Exploitation of detected vulnerabilities is safe and read-only, therefore the target website is unaffected. All the vulnerabilities listed under the confirmed node are definitely not false positives and do not need to be verified manually. By clicking on a detected vulnerability, such as this SQL injection vulnerability, Netsparker displays all the technical details your developers need to understand the vulnerability and, more importantly, to fix it, such as the name and type of the vulnerable parameter, the attack pattern, and the URL. Netsparker also suggests what actions should be taken by developers to remediate the vulnerability and recommends a list of external references from where your developers can get more information about the reported vulnerability, so in future they can write more secure code. You can also easily generate several different types of managerial, technical and compliance reports of your web security scan, such as an OWASP Top 10 report, a PCI compliance report, or a detailed scan report. Thank you for watching. You can contact us on sales@mavatunasecurity.com for more information about Netsparker, or visit our website at mavatunasecurity.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and stay secure.